Hello, everyone. Before we get started, I want you to understand something important. What I'm about to show you is basically the holy grail of playing craps the smart way. I've been dealing craps and blackjack for over 13 years, and I've watched thousands of players win and lose, chase, and burn through money for the same exact reasons. And the truth is, most people don't lose because they are unlucky. They lose because they don't understand the math or where the house edge really is. My goal here isn't to hype you up or sell you some fake system. I want you to play smarter, last longer, and actually have fun at the table. Because when players survive and enjoy the game, everybody wins, including the dealers. So, in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the safest, lowest edge way to play craps, explain why it works, and show you how to avoid the bets that quietly drain your bankroll. If you stick with me for the next 5 minutes, you'll learn more about playing craps correctly than most people learn in years. Let's begin the Holy Grail Craps Guide 5-minute training session. Strap in because if you play craps, you're going to want to watch this all the way through, and you're going to want to master everything that is being taught in this video. Now, take a seat and let's go over the guide. The big promise. All right, listen. If you only remember one thing from this entire video, remember this. Craps doesn't destroy people because the table is cold. It destroys people because they bet too many things with high house edge. And they burn money like it's the 4th of July. So today I'm giving you the Holy Grail. The safest way to play craps. The lowest edge way to play craps. The I can survive 6 hours way to play craps. The way I wish every player played, because then you'd actually have fun, win sometimes, and stop rage walking to the ATM. And yes, I've been dealing craps for 13 years, and I'm not here to hype you up. I'm here to save your bankroll. 1. The one rule that explains everything. Here's the rule casinos love because most players don't understand it. Expected loss equals house edge times total action. Not your buy-in, not your luck, total action. That means every time you throw money at a bet, you're paying rent to the casino. So if you want to survive longer, you do 2 things. Lower the house edge. Lower how many bets you make per hour. That's it. That's the whole secret. Number 2, the survival build. This is the Holy Grail strategy. If your goal is play long, lose less, and have a real chance to break even, here's your build. The core setup. Simple and powerful. Minimum pass line odds. Odds at 1x, 2x, or 3x. Optional 1 or 2 come bets. Max 3 if you're funded. Number 4. No center action props. Number 5. No one roll donations. If you do only this, you're already playing smarter than 90% of the table. Number 3, pass line, the best main bet for normal humans. Pass line is low edge. Pass line is one of the best bets in the casino because the edge is small. Here's what that means in real language. If you bet $10 pass line, the casino's average rent is about 14 cents per completed bet. When you spread that across rolls, it's roughly a few pennies per roll. So, pass line is the foundation because it's simple, low edge, slow drain, long survivability. Number 4, odds bets, best math, bigger swings, variance. Now here's where people get tricked. Odds bets are the best deal in the casino, what are known as true odds. Odds are fair, basically 0% house edge. So people hear max odds is best, and they go, bet max odds then. And then they get wiped out and blame the table. The truth. More odds equals lower house edge overall, but much higher variance. Think of it like this. 1x odds equals small waves. 2x odds equals bigger waves. 3x odds equals big swings. Max odds equals roller coaster drop. So yes, max odds is best on paper, but it can be emotionally dangerous. Bankroll dangerous. I was up $200 and now I'm down $400. Dangerous. The Holy Grail recommendation. Start with 1x odds if you're learning or underrolled. 2x odds if you want a little more juice. 3x odds if you can handle swings. This is the sweet spot for most real people. Number 5, combets, the pro upgrade with a cap. Combets are basically pass line after the point. They're good bets, but you need discipline. The Holy Grail cum system. After the point is set, pass line stays on. Take your odds, 1x through 3x. Add 1 cum bet. If it travels, take odds, same cap. Optional, add a second cum bet. Max 2 cum bets. 3, only if you truly have bankroll. Why cap them? Because every extra cum bet means more money exposed to the 7 out. More total action per hour. More variance. More I was winning, then got smoked. So you're not playing smarter by stacking 5 cum bets. You're just turning the casino vacuum too high. Number 6, the bankroll killers. Center action. Prop bets. Now we get to the part that saves people the most money. Center action is where bankrolls go to die. These bets feel fun because they resolve instantly, pay big, feel exciting, but they're usually high house edge, fast decisions, repeated constantly. So you pay the casino rent over and over and over. Say this out loud in your video. That's to me. I'm supposed to read this like a guide to you. I'm your mentor walking you through your guide. Center bets don't kill you slowly, they kill you between shooters. That is why someone can lose $200 in 15 minutes and go, the table is cold. No, they were just lighting money on fire like it's the 4th of July. The Holy Grail rule. If your goal is to survive and almost break even, no any 7, no horn bet, no hot bets, no crazy prop action, no just one-time bets. If you want entertainment, cool, but understand, those bets are entertainment fee. Imagine you're walking up to a fireworks stand and you're buying an expensive firework. If you want to go blow up some money, maybe do it lightly and cautiously and very, very limited. You know, when you're going to a fireworks stand, you might just buy 1 or 2 big fireworks. That is the principle behind that concept. Hey, you know, if you're going to do it 2 or 3 times in that 6-hour session, that's different than doing it every other roll for 6 hours straight. Number 7, simple math example. So it clicks. I need you guys to understand the math, because if you understand the math, you don't feel naked. You don't feel lost. You don't feel deceived. Let's do a simple example that people actually understand. Example. Place 6 and 8. Common bet. In fact, one of your best bets at the table. If you place a $12 bet on the 6 and the 8, true odds would pay $14.40 per hit. That equals 1.2x. It's supposed to pay 1.2x for 0% house edge, or basically a true coin flip. That is what is known as a true coin flip. So if they're only paying you $14, you're missing out on that 40 cents, which is where the house edge stacks up against you and where you begin to lose your money in the long run. And it becomes more and more difficult to ever break even. The more they keep taking your 40 cents, the harder it's going to become to cross even on that breaking even point. The casino's paying you $14. Well, guess what? If they're paying you at a completely true odds fair bet, it should pay $14.40. All right, so think about it like I am losing 40 cents. You're not necessarily winning $14, you're actually losing 40 cents. If they're paying you $14.40, well, it's like you're not winning anything. It's just like a coin flip that never ends, and you're just always going to keep breaking even, in theory, mathematically, over and over eventually. So 40 cents is what you're losing. That's what you're lighting off like a firework. Okay, the difference, 40 cents short per hit. That's how the casino keeps the roof over their head. That is how Vegas gets built. They're keeping your 40 cents millions of times. Well, if they're keeping your 40 cents millions and billions of times, that is how Vegas gets built. Expected hits per 36 rolls. 6 hits about 5 times per 36 rolls. The 8 hits about 5 times per 36 rolls. Total, about 10 hits per 36 rolls. So the rent per 36 rolls is roughly 10 hits times 40 cents equals $4 per 36 rolls on average. The expected value. Over 360 rolls on average. About $40 is your expected cost. What you're expected to give up to the casino and say, hey, I'm gonna give you this $40 as my expense and my ticket for entertainment. Because remember, most people, and I recommend if you're gambling, you should be thinking about it like going to a show. I'm here to spend a little bit of money to have a little bit of fun. This is the mentality. Track what a bet costs you over time, not what it can win. Number 8, session rules so you don't chase. Here's how disciplined players survive. Stop loss rule. Before you start, decide your max session loss. Example, 10% of buy-in. If you bought in for $400, stop loss at minus 40 or 60, whatever you choose. I think something more realistic is something more like 50% or even 80%, because honestly, you should be playing with what you're expecting to completely, potentially lose in the worst case scenario. So I actually told it to say 10% because it was calculating expected loss over 360 rolls. So that's not fairly realistic to, I'm going to buy in $400 and then just cash out when I'm down $40. Like, honestly, if I'm going to play for $400, I'm going to be trying to maybe double my money, and if I lose it, I lose it. You know, I'm not afraid to lose what I'm buying in for. Make sure you're prepared that worst case scenario, you might just lose your entire buy-in. But if you can walk away with even $200 or $100, maybe even be happy to do that. When you hit, you're done. Come back another day. So if you lose that $200, $400, you know, that should be your session for maybe once a month, once every 3 months, you know. Don't just keep going back. That's kind of like getting addicted to smoking cigarettes. You know, you don't want to just keep smoking another pack, smoking another pack, smoking another pack. So the way I play myself, I go play craps maybe once, twice, or 4 times a year. And, you know, I have a limited amount of money that I'm able to lose, and I'm budgeting, and I'm playing mostly for fun. And, you know, as a dealer, we do like to play for the dealer. So I mostly am just trying to go make the dealers a little bit of money and maybe double my money. I'm playing for fun because let's be honest, that's why most people gamble. It's an adrenaline rush. It can be fun, but you need to do it correctly. You need to be smart. Okay, this doesn't beat the casino, but it beats your worst enemy, chasing. You never want to be getting sucked in chasing losses. Optimal win cap rule. If you get up 20% to 30%, take a break, lock profit, or pocket chips. Because casinos love one thing: people giving it all back. Honestly, if I get up 50%, 100%, 200%, I can easily walk away. So, let's say I buy in for 500 bucks. If I get up to maybe 600 bucks, 700 bucks, 800 bucks, I might just try a few more times to see if I can keep winning. But if let's say I get up to like 800 bucks and then I drop to like 700 or even 600, I'm like normally at that point I'm like happy to walk away and play, next month or in 3 months or 6 months. But I deal craps, so I deal with a lot of craps. To me, I get burnt out on it pretty quickly. So I generally don't play. I'm a poker player. I like to play poker. Like, I mean, at the casino versus the player. So that's just me. Everybody has a different flavor. Number 9, dealer love. The smart way to bet for the dealers. If you want to take care of the dealers in a way that doesn't torch money, stays in action longer, is genuinely appreciated, the best concept is put the dealers on the 6 and the 8. Those are low house edge numbers and hit often enough to keep everyone in the game. Important note: every casino has its own rules about dealer bets and units, so the exact minimum may vary, but the idea is the same. Low edge, consistent throughout the session. But here's the truth: when players win and have fun longer, dealers do better too. That's why it's in my best interest to teach you the smartest way to play. A $1 6 and 8, 5 times, 10 times an hour is basically highly recommended as like your best option. Because it keeps us dealers in the game. We're having more fun. We're not spacing out, zoning out. All right. Number 10, the Holy Grail recrap. Say this fast at the end. All right. If you want the craps master setup, here it is. Minimum pass line. 1x, between 1x to 3x odds. That means if you're doing a $10 pass line, which is most craps tables, you're going to take $10 odds, $20 odds, $30 odds. So 1x is equal to what your pass line is, minimum pass line. So 1x on a $10 pass line is a $10 odds bet. 2x is $20, 3x is $30. 1 to 2 come bets maximum. 3 only if you have money. Some people have money. Not everybody is loaded like Bill Gates. If you're loaded like Bill Gates, play 3 come bets. Why not? If you got millions of dollars, playing 3 come bets is probably going to be more your style. No center action. If you don't want to burn money, no dollar hard ways. No horn bet. No dollar craps bet. You don't need to protect your pass line bet. You're in a casino. You don't need insurance. If you're going to the casino needing insurance, it's probably not where you should be. Remember, total action is what drains you. If you play like this, you'll last longer, lose less, and actually give yourself a real shot to walk out close to even like blackjack players do. And I think that about wraps it up. I'm going to add this in the video description if you guys really need to go over this stuff. Yep, that is the end of the walkthrough. And good luck out there. And remember, this is for educational purposes only. Gamble at your own risk. Play for fun. Play smarter. Good luck to you.